Hey guys, welcome back to Relatable Girl. It has been a while since I did a story time, and a couple of you have asked for some story times, so I thought this would be a fun time to tell you about the time that I ran into Gossip Girl while I was walking some dogs. So first, let me set the scene. So it was summer. This was last summer, actually. And it was Williamsburg, middle of the summer, simmering hot, sweaty, disgustingly bright and humid at the same time day, which is basically every day of summer in New York City. I was out by the waterfront in Williamsburg, and I had 3 dogs with me of different sizes. If I remember right, it was 2 smaller ones though, and then like sort of a medium-sized dog. So I'm just, walking these dogs, doing my thing, and I saw this guy with his back to me, and he was wearing a shirt that said, "Don't bother me," or "Don't talk to me," or something like that. And then there was another guy beside him who was playing with his dog. And the little dog was off leash. So, of course, my dogs were like, "Oh, we want to check this out. This is awesome. It's another dog," as always. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, that's fine. And again, to help set the scene, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's humid, it's gross. I was wearing like cut off shorts, and like a tank top that was sweated through. My hair was up in a bun. I was not wearing makeup because I was walking dogs and it was gross. And this is when I was working for a pet service in Williamsburg. So this was like a regular part of my everyday, and I knew what to expect. So like generally I never dressed up because I knew I was just going to be sweaty anyway. And I'm with dogs. Like, dogs don't care. Dogs are too nice to care. So I let my dogs approach this other dog that's off a leash, and I asked, is your dog friendly, before we got too close. And the guy playing with the dog turns around, and I immediately knew his face, but it took me a second to realize why. And as I was staring at him for a second, my brain was just like, bing, 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 gossip girl, gossip girl, gossip girl. So I'm trying to keep my cool because I live in New York City. I see celebrities all the time. I've been to a lot of events. I work in a music venue. Like, seeing celebrities stops being quite as crazy after you've been in a room with Oprah, which I have been, and that is a story for another time. But I was still like, oh my God, that's Penn Badgley from Gossip Girl in real life. And he was kind of like, he has that same kind of like smirk in real life too. And I was trying to play it cool. Like, I didn't know who he was. Like, he was just anybody else's dog. Because that's what you do in New York. You leave celebrities alone. You treat them like normal people. It's just part of the package deal. If you live in New York, that's what you're going to do. So I was like, okay, cool. He said that the dog was friendly. So I let my dogs approach. And, the dogs are all like meeting each other and sniffing each other and whatever. And the other guy, the one that had the shirt that said like, "Don't talk to me," or "Leave me alone," or whatever, that guy, I assume, was his bodyguard, which was kind of funny, that he was wearing that shirt and whatever. But so I started just talking to him, just like, "Oh, what kind of dog is this?" And he told me that it was a rescue dog, and he told me about where he got him from. And I was like, cool, cool. And he mentioned something about his stepson and like traveling to wherever it was that he got the dog. And I was like, okay, cool, cool. Still trying to act like no big deal, like he's just a regular person, whatever. Because, I mean, I've seen Gossip Girl, but he is just a regular person. Everybody's just a regular person. So, meanwhile, his dog is, just like very excited and having fun, whatever. And so Penn Badgley gets a ball out and throws it for his dog. And my dogs go nuts because here's this ball so close to them. There's nothing they can do. They're on leashes. They're like pulling. They're going nuts. They want to go play with the ball. And Penn Badgley turns and looks over his shoulder at me and says, "Sorry for tempting your dogs," which to this day is definitely the weirdest thing that a celebrity has ever said to me. And like immediately in the back of my mind, I'm like, I gotta store that away for later because that was funny. So like, you know, whatever. Try to like rein my dogs in a little. And he plays catch with his dog for a few minutes. And then I'm kind of like, all right, cool. Well, just trying to act all cool. Like, no big deal. All right, cool, bye. And I start to move away, and like he starts to move away, and we're kind of going in opposite directions. So I like pull the dogs over and get out my phone, and I'm like, I need a second. Like, I need a second. And I texted one of the dog's owners that I knew would appreciate this, and I'm like, oh my God, your dog just met Penn Badgley from Gossip Girl. And as I'm texting that though, the dogs decide that this is a great time to basically do the thing that happened in 101 Dalmatians, like running around me. And so their leashes are like getting tied and wound up around me. And so I am literally like this close to falling over into a bush because the leashes are all around me. And at that exact moment, Penn Badgley and his dog and his bodyguard or whatever walk past us a second time. And this time he just kind of looks over and he's like, why does this always happen on days where I'm not wearing any makeup, I'm wearing cutoff shorts, my hair is in a bun, I look like trash? These are the days that I have a run-in like this with somebody. And I'm left with the beautiful memory of him saying, "I'm sorry for tempting your dogs." But if he has any memory of this event, it's probably just that some rando in cutoff shorts and a very messy bun was getting basically wound up in leashes and about to fall into a bush because of 3 adorable dogs. So yeah, so that was my experience with Gossip Girl, with Penn Badgley himself from Gossip Girl, while I was walking dogs. That was actually not the only celebrity that I've met when I've been out with dogs. Like when I was at that job, I actually met or ran into 4 celebrities that I can think of right off the top of my head. Kristen Ritter, Andrew Bird, the musician, Penn Badgley, and then also Gary Busey. So it's just a thing that when you work in Williamsburg and you're out with dogs, that's probably going to happen. But those are some stories that I can tell another time if you guys are interested. All of them are fun in their own way. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this story time. I know it was kind of short, but I just thought I would share with you a funny thing that happened. And one of my best friends actually sent me a card not long after that with pictures of Penn Badgley's face on it that said, "Sorry for tempting your dogs." And that is like one of the most amazing things anyone's ever sent me. So anyway, that was that story time. I just got back from a trip to New Hampshire. I surprised my mom and came up for a visit. She had no idea I was coming. It was really sweet. Got to really surprise her. And it was just nice to like have a few days and just be in a quiet place and be in somewhere with really clean air and all of that good stuff. And of course get to spend time with my fur nephew, McCoy, and my human niece, Michelle. That was really nice. And you know, see my whole family. So that was great. Didn't get to see any friends this trip, but it was a short trip and it was mostly just for relaxing, honestly. So I also got to see the new Aladdin. I thought it was fun. I'd love to know what you think if you've seen it. So anyway, let me know what you'd like me to do. Like what videos are you hoping I'll do soon in the future? I'm totally up for ideas. Do you want like more makeup stuff? Do you want like product reviews? Do you want to know more stuff about my allergy journey going on? Do you want to have more story times? Do you want me to answer questions for you? Is there a certain topic you want me to talk about? Like, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. I'd love suggestions. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. It was good to get back in here and make a new video for you. I will see you guys again soon. Bye.